What is going on today, YouTube? I hope everybody's having a blessed, wonderful day. I hope you guys have been productive and I hope everything's been great. I am here to tell you guys about my marathon experience. I know you guys have seen a lot of footage. I'm pretty sure people who watch me watch a lot of other YouTubers. If they don't, then Marathon is a PvPvE extraction shooter. Similar vein as Arc Raiders, as only in the fact that they are the same type of game. When it comes to everything else, they are completely both different. This game is first person, and Arc Raiders is third person. This game is trying to be centered more around PvP. Arc Raiders is centered more around PvE. This game was made by the developers of Halo and Destiny, Bungie. They were bought out by Sony Entertainment about a couple years ago for around $7 billion. And ever since they got bought out by Sony, they have not made a good product. This is not a good product. I feel, and this is all my feelings, that this game, if they were really serious about how this was the look and all that, they needed another year to 6 months of cooking. The game feels beyond just bare bones, just incomplete. The game doesn't feel good, really. There's a couple aspects on this game that feel good. The art direction in this game is something that I genuinely love. I'm an artist and I love bright, colorful, poppy things. They added a whole bunch of different stuff from their old games into this one. I will show you a clip. I got a chance to use the Mida multi-tool, which I have not used in damn near a decade since Destiny 1. And I loved that gun. It was one of my favorite PvE and PvP guns. It was an all-arounder. It was a great scout rifle. They also have a variety and a wide range of weapons and weapon classes. I really do like that about this game. The different weapon choices. Coming from a game like Arc Raiders, it almost feels like this game has triple the amount of guns that Arc Raiders does. When I know in actuality it's like double, if that at all, right? But I really appreciate the variety, different designs, and more or less functionality of the guns. I have had around roughly 6 hours to 12 hours now of playtime, not of playtime in this game, and I have mixed feelings. I think that the it's hard to say without saying everything that everybody else was saying because I have my own opinions, and honestly, a lot of the things that people are saying is true, bro. It's right. They're right. It's true. The game isn't that good. And you can't, there's not even, okay, let me start by saying, for a game centered around PvP, there's not that many players on the map. I'm getting into, I think the most fights I've gotten into was four. I got into four fights in one game. And that's being generous. Like, that includes solos. Like, I killed one single player guy, right? And for a game like this, it's like, come on, you know? The UI is very complicated, guys. To this day, I still don't really know what I'm looking at. I have to go on videos to figure out what is what and what goes where. I didn't even know I could put a backpack on until I watched a video on it. I was literally looking for backpack slots and I couldn't find it. I think that this game also needs to tune how fast you die. You will get you will just die instantly. And for a game about PvP and from a company that came from making Halo, they know that time to kill is very important. Halo used to have one of the slowest time to kills in gaming because you needed to hit all of your shots. And if you didn't, then they were probably going to kill you. And gunfights used to drag out in Halo because of that. And it would really, really show the difference in skill when a person would wipe you in like a second compared to someone who would wipe you in five because they hit all their shots. This game doesn't have any of that. There's really no counterplay. I look into the heroes that they have because it is a hero extraction shooter. No matter how many times they want to tell us and change things, it's in the DNA of the game that it is a hero extraction shooter, which is just not making any sense. Because how are you supposed to have heroes in a game mode where the whole point is for you to loot up on an even playing field and get out? if everybody has different abilities, there's no such thing as even. You know, like if one guy's going invisible and the other one's running at you with a shield and missiles, it makes it very difficult for you to sit here and balance the game fairly. Now, yeah, they don't have it. It's tricky because you can still pick multiple classes for one team, so you could run in there and all of your crew be invisible, or all of your crew heal each other, or all of your crew has shields and missiles. And it's like, I don't like that. That's me. I don't like hero shooters unless they're in a hero shooter format. And that is Valorant, that is 6v6, that is 3v3, that is team based modes, not extraction shooter high intensity loot runs where the one thing stopping me from dying is a guy pressing his F or Q button and then knifing me in my back while I'm digging in a box. You know, I don't like that. And I've been trying to come to grips and understand more about the game. It's not for me, and I just have not had fun. And for an art style that's so popping, I can't see anyone. And it's the hardest thing to get into a gunfight unless they're already in your face. And that's not cool. You know, that's not fair. That's not fun. And I mean, dude, even down to the doors. I was playing with one of my friends, and I sadly wasn't able to get their reaction. But they were trying to stream, and I was trying to stream, and the game would not allow us to stream. But Shroud and all the other high-level streamers can post their content on it because they're getting paid to play the game. Me, someone regular, and my friend who is someone regular, who are trying to put our thoughts out there and have some fun, we can't even post the game because we can't stream it. The user license agreement doesn't let us stream it. Now, Bungie, explain to me how you want more people to play your game. I get it. I have maybe 10 people watching me at a good on a good day, but if you want people to actually play your game, how are they supposed to put content out there for you unless it's the big people doing it? But at that point, do they even care about me? They don't, obviously. But every other beta and every other game that I've played on release or on lead up to release has allowed me to stream it for my community and actually get my foot in the door when it comes to content creation. This game is not letting anyone do that. And I don't understand why, because I obviously was watching other people stream the game. There's people who are doing Twitch drops for the game. It's a server slam, aka a beta. The game comes out in a week. Like, why can't we stream it? Why can't I do that? I can record it, but I can't get my audio. I can't even use Streamlabs OBS. I can't have it open, or the game won't run. It just will shut and freeze completely. And I don't even like how that is a thing. And you know, I understand that they went through every length possible to make sure that they didn't have any data mines on this game. They went through every length to make sure that people weren't going to hack the game. They put this beta, it's because it's a beta, they put it on a different clients so that whatever we find in this game, yeah, this is on this client. We don't know how old this developer build is. It honestly could be a couple weeks old from what I've been hearing. It's obviously not too old. It's not that old because they need to still work on it. And I think that the way that the gameplay loop works is just it's not fun. It's not fun. It's not, Bungie. You've been working on this game for years, and it's not fun. The UI is the most complicated thing I've ever seen in my life. People want to tell me and tell other YouTubers and tell everybody, oh, it's not that complicated. Every game is like that when you first learn it. Dude, I literally can't read. I feel illiterate when I'm in here. I'm like trying to find out what is where and where is it telling me to do, but it's like I can't. It's so hard. Everything is the same color or it's too bright and nothing makes sense. And then when I check out how to buy and put on gear, it's not making any sense. The vault system is but the barter system is interesting. I guess that's pretty cool. There's no shop for me to buy really anything off of traders, but there's a barter system, and the only way for me to buy better things is if I level up these factions. Guys, I sit here and I'm like, they want me to pay for this? This, I will be honest, they want me to pay for this? Dude, they should come out with a Founders Edition for 40, come out with an extra bundle that's 60, and then make the game free. Make it free. Because this is not going to get you anybody in the door. This is not. This is going to get a couple people, maybe honestly 100,000 people to 500,000 people across all platforms. If it can even do that, then it's going to survive. But we know what company we're talking about. This is Sony Entertainment. Oh, and they do not accept failure. If this game does not hit 100K plus off release, this is going to get shut down in 3 months. Maybe a little bit. It's going to take a little longer, maybe because of the name behind it. But that's all. And that scares me because this property and this visual art scheme has had me by the balls since they first showed it to us. I literally used to have the Blackbird character as my profile banner and an icon because I actually drew that character. I find it very interesting. These character designs are cool. The world building is very cool. But when you play the game, the best way I can say it feels like they missed the mark. It feels like this game should have been genuinely something else. I don't know if it's because of the actual Destiny style aesthetic when it comes to the shooting, jumping, sliding, running around, looting, all of it, even the noises with the guns, it's all Destiny, okay, and Halo. So when I sit here and think about it, and I'm like, maybe it's not fun because of the actual engine they use, right? Maybe it's because of these developers are meant to be making team-based combat, not extraction battle royale type shit. Because honestly, guys, the game doesn't when you're moving around and when you're shooting things, it doesn't feel like butt. It kind of feels really good to shoot people in this game, but you die so fast. But I my point is, I feel like this game should have been something else. I feel like this game would have done gangbusters if it came out as a looter shooter, like a Destiny but marathon version, or even as a story game mode with like a PvP side mode where you can go in as a team and shoot, and you can go on Destiny style raids with other raiders or looters in there, and you have to fight for who's gonna kill the boss, or do it together and see and fight over the loot at the end. I think that would have been more fun because that would have actually pulled more of your Destiny player base onto this game so it would live. And you know, Destiny people, they spend money. They spend money on that game. It's been alive for decades. They're gonna spend money. So if you were able to convert those type of players a lot more, then you would actually be able to just support the game until you're able to get it to a point where you have other people checking it out, and you can do multiple sponsor runs where you have different PvP people coming in and actually giving new life to the game. You could even sponsor smaller creators who are gonna almost guarantee that they make their entire channel about this game because you're sponsoring them and they want to make it do good because when this game does good, they do good. You know, there's a positive feedback loop here that they're not maximizing on. They literally delayed the game indefinitely. We all thought it wasn't even going to come out, and out of nowhere, they turn around in 6 months and give us this shit. I don't understand how they're playing this game in house and not seeing what we're seeing. I know they love what they work on, but guys, you have to listen to the people when they tell you what they want, when they want things changed, because they are very passionate about this. And I'm even pretty passionate about this. I was hoping it did good. I never really put it on the channel because I didn't really want to wish anything good or bad. I just wanted to see where it went. Okay? This is the first time I'm playing this, and I went in here with open eyes, and I have my friends over here telling me this is just Apex, and I can't even argue with them. I can't argue with them. One, I don't play Apex. Two, that's the only thing they can relate it to. So if your game is that's the first thing they feel when they come in here and they've played Destiny and Halo and they know what those games are and they're telling me that it looks like Apex, guys, there's something seriously wrong. And I think that there needs to be a massive switch up because honestly, guys, this game ain't making it long. It might not even make it out of the first month if we keep going this way because everybody's talking pretty bad about it. And it's kind of deserved. You know, like when you think about who's making the game, it's deserved because indie, I'd say double A because now they're, yeah, I'd say double A developer like Arc Raiders and Embark, they make a banger game that still sells to this day. It came out 6 months ago in a market where no one has money. You're doing something wrong. You know, you're not making the game that people want or people think they want. Or people, you're not making a game that people don't even know they want because nobody wants this. You peaked at 147,000 players on your beta. That's amazing. But you're Bungie. You're Sony Entertainment. You should be hitting 300, 200, and we all know it. We all know it. I just hope that this game doesn't die as fast as I think it is because I personally would like to play it a lot more. You know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to pay for it. So I don't even know if I don't even want to play it right now, man. I just got off. Shit sucks, bro. Like, comment down below. Let me know what you guys feel about Marathon. I'm not trying to jump on the Marathon hate, but I had to say something because it's it's bad, bro. Marathon has potential. Marathon really does. I'm passionate. I uh I don't know how much I'm gonna play of this server slam while I still have time because every time I get on it's like I don't know guys, it's not fun for me. I don't want to have my thoughts and everything deter you, but I mean if you guys are like-minded individuals, then you probably won't find it fun, you know? But I would say still give it a try. Please give it a try actually. You know, form your own thoughts and opinions and comment them down below. You know, I would love to just interact with people who have different opinions or same opinions as me. I don't know my stance on this game. I want it to do well, but I just feel like the people who made it don't even want it to do well, you know? But I know they love it. You know, they've been working on it forever, you know, to the point where they had to take it back and then come give us something new. I just feel like I might have to play it with some more friends and see what it's like in a group setting, you know, because solos are not good and they need to get duos in here. I genuinely feel like the game should have been something else. That's all. I guess that's the best thing I can say. You know, not even saying it shouldn't have been an extraction shooter, but I feel like the extraction part should have been a mode, not the entire thing. Because when I'm in here and I'm clicking through the story and I'm listening to these different like dialogues and mission excerpts and it's good world building, man. It's a beautiful world. You know, the gunplay is not terrible, but that's quite literally where the praise stops. That's literally where it stops. And I don't like that because this can really, you know, this can be really some competition. We have two heavy hitters, Arc Raiders and Marathon coming for the throne, fighting for your attention, giving us great updates. Dude, this is no competition. This is just another drop in the water, another drop in the hat, whatever they want to say, of a game that could have been, you know? This is what it's feeling like. I've played a lot of those could have been games recently, and I'm really burnt by Spectre Divide. Guys, man, that was my shit. That's how I Spectre Divide is literally why I started doing YouTube. And they ended up closing that game down. Didn't even give it a chance, bro. The developers didn't even give it a chance, bro. This game reminds me of that. Oh, it reminds me of that game so bad. And I'm getting deja vu. And that sucks because these are from the people who made games that I grew up playing. You know, I was a Destiny diehard, bro. One of my first ever exotics I've ever gotten was a Gallahorn, and I'll never forget that. That is a lifelong memory that I hold with a couple of my other friends that I used to play that with. I still got friends to this day that I played that with. There was this guy, Caleb. Caleb, I love that man, bro. Me and him used to run it every single day. We'd get off of school, we'd come home, and get our shit going, get our nightfalls in, do our six-man raids. Dude, Destiny knows, no, not Destiny. Bungie knows how to make a good game, man. I just don't know what happened. And I don't know how many people they've laid off. It's just a sad thing to see. Such a glorious, praised company just make something like this. And then this is like what they're proud of. You know, this is what they're claiming. Yeah, look at what we made. Look at what we did. Come check it out. And it's like we looking around left and right like, bro, y'all really claiming this? Like, y'all think this is something? This is a bunch of boo-boo, dog water. You know, and like, I ain't even trying to boo-boo on people's creative ideas, bro. But like, you worked on this, and you put time and effort into this. And you guys got money. That's the problem. Y'all the ones with the money. And you got people like Expedition 33, Arc Raiders, and they making bangers, bro. Alright, enough ranting, enough depresso espresso. I hope you guys are able to enjoy today's video. Comment down below, let me know. I'm going to be posting more, trying to be more consistent, being more just putting myself out there. And my phone's ringing from my house. Adios.
increased hostile action.
Careful.
Alert. Profit opportunity detected. "15 minutes until signal loss. Prepare for increased hostile action." Prepare for increased hostile action.